Hey guys, it's Kat with Get Down to Disness, and welcome to today's Disness Planning Brief. Our Disness Planning Briefs are brought to you by our sponsor, CelebrationShirts.com. CelebrationShirts.com is the only place I recommend people to go to get their matching Disney vacation shirts. They so graciously outfit me for every one of my lives, and they've made this custom shirt or design for me. They make t-shirts mainly, but also for me, they make tank tops. And now you can get tank tops too if you go in my shop. Christy will be able to post the link in there for you. And whether you want a t-shirt or a tank top, if you want a custom design or you want to design your own, they'll work with you to do that. But be sure, whatever you do, when you go to checkout, use the code DISNESS, DISNESS, because they give all of my friends 10% off their order. And on top of that, they offer free shipping. So it's a great deal. So if you need matching shirts, CelebrationShirts.com is the place to go. All right, so let me see who's here. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Lou. Matthew. Hey, Dolores. Hi, Kristen. Hey, Selena. I see Christy is here helping me in the background. Awesome. How you doing, guys? Hey, Mike. Nice to see you guys here. So today, what I had written in the preview for this is that I'm going to talk about 2 ways to pass the time while you're waiting at Disney World. You know, we plan so much of our vacations to the letter. Where we're going to dine, our fast passes, what characters we want to meet, what snacks we're going to have, how we're going to get where we're going to go. But what about the time that we spend waiting? Waiting on lines, waiting for fireworks, waiting for shows, waiting for buses, waiting for our food. A great deal of the time is spent waiting, and most of us fail to plan for that. So then what do we end up doing? We end up pulling out our phones, and then if we've got kids with us, our kids are bored, and so we give our kids our phones. And then we're bored and we're worried they're going to break it or that they're draining the battery. And that absolutely cannot happen at Disney World because, as you know, our devices are essential to maximizing the experience at Disney World. So, and let's be honest, for most of us, it's also our camera. So we really need to preserve that battery life. So there's definitely a need for a few ideas to have up your sleeve for fun and device-free ways to pass the time while online. So before I get started, let me just see who else is here. Hey, Paul. Hi, Casey. Hey, Shannon. Hi, Stacy. Jennifer. I'm so glad you guys are here. So now I'm going to get started. I'm going to talk about 2 things. I've got a blog post coming out later this week that actually covers more than 2 things that you can do. But for the sake of time, I know everybody's busy and this is typically a lunch hour time. I'm only going to talk about 2. So the first one is a tip that I received more than 10 years ago, and it probably at that time came from the Disboards forums, which was the only game in town to talk about Disney back then. And it was so great and it worked out so wonderfully that I've actually included it since the first edition on my Don't Leave Home Without Packing list inside the Get Down to Disness Daily Agenda Workbook. So I know you're probably dying, what is she talking about? So what you need to do is get yourself to your local dollar store and pick up a package of these little beauties, colorful pipe cleaners. Now you may think, what the heck are you going to do with colorful pipe cleaners? But let me tell you, it works out really, really fun to keep your kids and even you engaged, interacting with each other, being creative, and off devices. So let me just show you a few of the things that I've created to show you what you can do with colorful pipe cleaners. Now, if you've got little ones, you're going to want to start off simple. So here's like a little fishy. And I suggest that you go ahead and make the first one and have your kids try and emulate what you've done. You can make a little heart, of course. You can make a Mickey head. Let me see where you could see that best. Maybe over here. Cute little Mickey head. You can make little people, like this running man. You can get gross and creative and make like a little spider and freak people out in the line. You can get really creative. I'm super proud of these guys. What do you think? Pair of specs. What do you think? Well, I can't keep them on top, but you get the idea. little glasses for your prince or princess. You can craft a little crown. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed with that one. And then if you really messed up and you slept late on your FastPass Plus selection day, and you've got a whole lot of time waiting online for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, you can craft yourself this beautiful little flower and then hand it off to the next princess you meet. But anyway, there's a ton of things that you can do. And of course, I had such high hopes for my daughter to make like these masterpieces while we were waiting online. She was, I don't know, not even 4 at the time. And I will share my screen and show you exactly what she ended up doing. She had a blast decorating her stroller. We started saying that she was pimping her ride. But that's all she did. All she wanted to do was decorate her stroller. So she would wrap it around and then take that off and change the color. And then she went ahead and made a little worm friend, which you could see. Look how lovingly she's looking at her little worm friend. But she had a blast. And then, let's see, there she is showing off her masterpiece. But it really did, I mean, it took the better part of about 25 minutes for her to, you know, work on it, and she had fun, and it was no screen time. We enjoyed watching her do it. We were getting a kick out of watching her do it, and it was a lot of fun. I highly recommend the pipe cleaners, even for kids of older ages. Like I said, I made all of those that I just showed you, and it's fun. It passes the time. I'm not looking on Facebook. Do I really care that much what my neighbor's making for dinner that night? No. I spent thousands of dollars to be in Walt Disney World, and I want to stay engaged with my group and have a fun time and do some different things and just stay immersed in the magic and away from everything else outside of that. So that's my first suggestion for passing the time waiting, whether it's online or at a restaurant or waiting for a bus or for parades, what have you. Let me see. What do you guys have to say over here? Yeah, that crown I was pretty proud of. Whatever gets the job done. Yeah, you know, when I heard, Stephanie says she never would have thought of that. When I heard about that idea, I'm a super crafty person, and maybe in another life I would have been an elementary school art teacher. But these pipe cleaners, they're so easy to pack. They're lightweight. You can fold them up into really tiny balls, and then they unravel and they get straight again. You can do whatever you want with these. It's a good tip. So try it out. The second suggestion I have is, you know, like a simple word game to pass the time. And so what we've come up with, we created this little download for you, and Christy can post the link to that in the comments so you can get it. It's a game of Would You Rather. So we created this download, and you can't see it, but there is a light dotted line to help you cut this out and turn it into 4 cards. So this is Would You Rather Disney Edition. So here I went ahead and cut out the cards. It's pretty bright. I don't know if you can see that. So on these cards, there's probably a total of about 40 questions that are all Disney themed, and not only should you ask your family the questions and, you know, get the answer, but ask them why they chose what they chose. And I think that will really help extend each question and incite some really fun and memorable answers. Like, let's see, some of the questions we have down here. Would you rather have Dumbo's big ears or Pinocchio's growing nose? So you guys tell me, would you rather have Dumbo's ears or big ears or Pinocchio's growing nose? For me, I would have to say Pinocchio's growing nose, and because I would choose that because all I have to do is tell the truth to keep my nose the right size. Those big ears are forever. So just stuff like that. Just keeps the time passing as you're moving through the line. You have fun. You have some laughs. Kids are staying off the device. Your battery life is being preserved, and you're making memories. And that's what it's all about. You know, you didn't spend all this money and take this time away from work to just, you know, look on social media and be disengaged with your family. So let me see what you guys have to say. Lou Martin says ears. Lou, but why? Why would you choose the ears? Casey's with me, nose, because she can control the nose by not lying. Oh, so you could fly. I didn't even think of that, Deanna. That's good. My girls are 14 and 10. They play hand clapping games while in line. Those would hand clapping games. Dolores, tell me more about that. I'm interested in that. Like I said, I've got a blog post coming out with a few more ideas on that. You can find that inside the weekly planogram that will be out later this week if you get that. If not, you can certainly subscribe to our email list. But those are the two ideas. But before I go, I wanted to tell you guys that we've started a YouTube channel. And right now we've got quite a few videos up there. But it's brand new, and we're trying to get more people involved with that. So we are offering a fun giveaway. So up for grabs is this beautiful Beauty and the Beast illuminated rose tumbler. So we're going to select one winner from all of our YouTube subscribers on August 1st. So you have until July 31st to check us out on YouTube and click the subscribe button. And hopefully you will win this cute tumbler. They sell out pretty quick in the parks. It's a pretty coveted item, and I was able to snag one to give away to you guys. So let me see what else. If you've got, Paul says ears too, to fly. I didn't even think of the flying aspect. Oh, I'm so vain. I was just thinking about what it looks like. Oh, and Lou says ears keep them cool during the summer heat. That's awesome. Oh, well, July 31st is your birthday? Or August 1st, Misty. Well, maybe you have some extra pixie dust floating around in the air as a winner. But that is really it. And I would love to hear what other ideas that you guys use to pass the time online. I know, the phone is so easy to pull out and pass, and I'm not delusional. We do take out our phones and we do social media. As you know, I'm always posting inside the group where we're at and videos and things like that. But we try and keep it to like the phone 5 or the phone 15, where we take 5 minutes or 15 minutes to check in on social media, answer text messages and things like that. But we really do like to stay engaged in the Disney bubble and try and keep the outside world very far, far away, or at least as far away as we can. That's one of the things. Planning is great, and all this advanced planning is wonderful, and I do enjoy it because I am a planner. But having to always stare at the screen, it's not my idea of fun. And while you can turn certain things off, you just are still connected with that outside world. So anything that I can do to stay disconnected from work or the outside world, I am going to try and do. Amber Hunt counts how many Mickeys we can find in the area. That's cool. I Spy. Yep. That's definitely a fun game. Dolores says, that one hand game where you have to slap the other person's hand with that. Oh, I got you. When you're like this and you go like that. That's cool. Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's it, guys. Those are my top 2 favorite things to do, and I hope you do print out the download and cut it out and use those cards. There are some really fun questions on there. And definitely pick up pipe cleaners. I'm telling you, I have fun with it. Even if you're just, it's like when you twist your hair, but instead you're twisting these things. It passes the time, gives you something to do. And it's cheap, it's fun, and I think your kids will really like it. So thank you so much for stopping in for this quick little Disness brief. I'll be back again in 2 weeks. Next Wednesday, we have our Disness meeting that happens inside our private Facebook group. And if you're not a member yet of our private Facebook group, what are you waiting for? It's awesome. Come over to facebook.com/groups/Disness meetings. We have a wonderful time. Awesome group of people. We're in there every day answering all kinds of Disney planning questions. Not only Disney World, but Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, whatever Disney questions you have, we have somebody in there that can answer it. We've got the wonderful agents from Destinations to Travel and a slew of other Disney travel planning professionals in there during our Disness meeting, and quite often just during every day. So do join us. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time. So 2 weeks here, next week in the private Facebook group, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you have a wonderful day, And do keep a lookout for the blog post coming out with some more device-free and fun ideas to pass the time while waiting in line at Disney World. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.